Beautiful.
That seems like that. The loot is over here. Wait. Before you guys go up there.
Let's see what we can do.
More giant mooses. Okay, cool. Another thing of loot over here. Okay. Alright, let's go check out the village. Really interested to figure out what this doll thing's all about.
I can handle it.
So I've already talked to these two. Look, the commander's here. Welcome back. Please stay here for as long as you'd like. I've already actually talked about all this stuff. Same answers. Okay.
Can't make the demons wait.
Say I'm always welcome, but here I am, just about to, like, pillage the village. Didn't mean to make that rhyme. Okay, we don't need to feed that. Actually, we just need to steal it. Just collecting on behalf of the Crusades.
Beautiful.
I like to have him here as a giant golden trinket. Whatever. I'll loot it for now. Alright. Priest, can you actually heal? This is way, the way we live here, out here. We're not wealthy, but things are at least quiet. Scrolls, I just need a restoration scroll. Somewhere in this game. Someone has to have restoration. Why are you examining the trees back in the grove? There's little dolls made of grass, seaweed, tied to their branches. They're everywhere, dozens of them. I've asked the villagers what they are about, but they mutter darkly and walk away. I simply don't understand what is the purpose of the ritual. Why is it being kept secret? We've already actually gone over these things, right? When Crusaders are near the World Wound, they often experience nightmares when they sleep. Do you have any trouble with these nightmares? No troubles with a nightmare here. The villagers is located on the outskirts of the World Wound, so perhaps that's why. Okay.
Here we go.
Huh. I feel like I'm missing a piece here. Yep. Alright, that's not the only recipe I picked up. Yeah.
I can handle it.
So am I not going to figure out what's going on with the villagers?
Can't make the demons wait.
I'm going to ask, when the Crusaders are near the World Wound, they often experience nightmares when they sleep. Do you have any nightmares here? Don't know what you're talking about. If I'm honest, I sleep like I'm dead. Nothing to complain about. Do you worship any deities here? Faith, religion, deities, with all due respect, No one out here has time for such things. Maybe people in the city can go around saying prayers and listening to sermons, but in the backwater place like this, we just doing what we can to survive. The only one to provide any protection for us, our mother, Icy Rill. Markle nodded toward the river. Yeah, the river doesn't care about prayers or sacrifice, and if the Icy Rill wants something in exchange for her help, she just takes it without asking. Melissa stares pensively at a piece of driftwood as it's carried away by the current. Wait, what? How are things going in the village? Not much has happened. I'm sure you have a lot of going on. Stuff is always happening in the city. Okay, yep. Wait, but let's see. What was the latest news from our little village? Well, went fishing, caught some rough. They were big too, nice and plump, fat as a piglet, I tell you. What else? Weevil have eaten through our carrots. They gobbled up everything down to the last stalk. Then the other day, old Bragg went up to fix his roof and took a hard fall. If it hadn't been for Jonah and his prayers, he'd have kicked the bucket by now. No doubt about that. You must think it's ridiculous to call any of this news. Also, Jonah is downright wonderful. I don't know, maybe his prayers are working, or maybe he just has a lucky touch. But whenever he blesses me, I always catch a boatload of fish. Also, he sings like an... Enough already. Jonah is this, Jonah that. It's all you ever talk about. See, we already hit this one. I have to go. Maybe if we poke him again? We already touched this. Yeah, we already touched all these. Huh. Is that like all the information we're gonna get out of this village then?
This is my kind of work.
I feel like there's like this big piece of story that's like being left unsaid. They've got these things in the trees, but we don't know why they have it in the trees. Like just like a ritual they don't like to talk about. Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
You can walk in the river here, but like... No, that's it. As far as we can go. Interesting. I wonder if like there's a time I'm supposed to come around here, or there was like a perception that we were supposed to pass and failed. Party suffering from encumbrance.
I can handle it.
Oh, it's medium encumbrance, that's fine. Huh. Oops, Crusader quest. Unlost Relic Crusader. Go to Heaven's Edge. To Dresden. The secrets go to the Heart of Mystery. Yeah, that's something else. Huh. Okay.
Can't make the demons wait.
Let's go back to the war camp. I guess we were just supposed to check out the village. I wonder if there's like something else to that. That's interesting. Can my units move? They can, yes. Alright, what do we have? Zombies and whites. Let's get rid of the whites. Alright, you guys wait it out. Alright, let's give them AC damage. And charge in. Let's heal our units. Dang. Fill him up again. Man, these guys are like tough. Maybe we should have gone after the zombies first. Oh no, because we're not going to be taking zombies out much faster. Damn. My army needs to gain morale faster than it's getting it. Alright, now I'm gonna try healing, see if... Whoop, damn. Okay. So I don't need to heal him every round like I was. 0 damage. Wow. Okay. Good work. Okay. That would have healed it. That would have been embarrassing. Glad I caught those numbers before I actually did it. I'm getting that feeling. You just kind of like want a tank wall to make sure that they don't get back to them. Yeah. That's basically what I'm gonna do, is like try to find like a good hardy unit that I could put like 3 deep to make like a wall to prevent enemies from getting to my damage dealers. No, we don't need to heal him yet. Okay, interesting. Okay. Give him a good heal. You outnumber the zombies by a lot. What are you doing? Oh, they have... Okay. Healing spells for the general? Okay. Yeah, that seems important. Another treasure found. Nice. Crossbow of Judgment. This heavy crossbow has a critical range reduced to 20. Whenever it threatens a critical hit against an evil or chaotic creature, it is automatically confirmed. That's pretty wicked. I don't want to go all the way down. I'm just hoping the road connects. Oh, it's out of movement, so it can't. Okay. What are these? Shield bearers. Oh, this is what came. Okay. Cool. Still don't have any of these. I only have like enough units for like one group though. Okay. So all my troops are done moving. Let's travel back to camp. Nope. We're gonna go camp. Rest. Someone on the road? We're at camp. There can't be anyone on the road. Okay. Commander, we caught a suspicious lad on the road. He says he's an ally and he's desperate to talk to you. Who knows who he really is? The young man before you is trembling from his wound and exhaustion. You have the item Crossbow Judgment in your inventory, which is sniff better than the Masterwork Lipo item your character decals has equipped. Don't forget. Yeah, I know about that. Hold up. His clothes are torn and his hair is wet, like he recently swam across a river. Blood oozes from his wounds on his chest and shoulders, and his skin is cracked and inflamed from the acrid water of the world wound. Commander, my squad ambushed beyond the river. Help. What is it? Report properly at once. Yes, Commander. Grinding his teeth in pain, the man snaps to attention, deliberately calms his breath, and begins again. Yakir Enkel, Hell Knight of the Order of the Godclaw, under the command of Paralect Rigel Durange, your squad is under attack by demons far surpassing our number. Without your assistance, we are lost. Hell Knights. They've supported the Crusaders more than once in our battle against the demons, despite their questionable reputation. We cannot abandon our allies in trouble. If they really are our allies, then of course, it's just... Annabelle looks Yaker over closely from head to toe. I kinda think this isn't a knight after all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see is a stranger without rank or insignia, who wants us to march to God's nowhere. Kinda smells like a trap to me. Okay. The Godclaw, you say? Well, let's put it to the test. Tell me, to whom do you pray, and what is your creed? We worship Abadar, Asmodeus, Amadai, Irori, and Torog, taking the best from each of their teachings. Our creed is righteous, but by obedience. The young man answers without hesitation. It looks like he is indeed who he claims to be. Yakir, who is attacking you, and why can't you handle them on your own? Large creatures that attack from the air. Some are fighters, others are, at a guess, clerics with dangerous divine magic. They look like stones come to life. I'm almost certain they are gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky while we were setting up camp, and at our most vulnerable, and they caught our forces at partial strength. The Paralect had dispatched some of our troops as a scouting team. The flying beasts didn't fight us. They fell on us from the sky, grabbing our fighters and either took them somewhere or threw them to their death. We were unprepared for that. Where's your squad now? Not far from here, beyond the river. It's not far for a single fighter who abandoned his army and weapon, but we can't get across the river so easily. We'll have to take a detour. Even if we can save anyone, it will seriously delay our offense on Dresden, and you will give enemies a chance to prepare. What do my companions think? The companions look at their guests suspiciously. Hell Knight. With allies like them, we've no need to fear enemies. If it suited them, they'd abandon us to the demons without a second thought. But we're not like them, are we? We have to save them. Why should we help them? They're the ones who walked into the ambush, and so they can get themselves out of it. The Hell Knights are heartless executioners. Saving people from the claws of demon is a good cause in itself, but these people are doing everything they can to become just like the devils. Shaylin, forgive me, but I fear we should leave the Hell Knights to their fate and continue our offense on Dresden. Do you recall Prelate Hullrun? Well, picture an entire army of soldiers just like him. Do we need allies like that? If they die, I shan't shed a tear. Hell Knights? No, not for the gold in the world. Don't you know what kind of people they are? One minute, you're just going about your business. The next, you're locked in the stocks, and there are a butcher in black armor standing in front of you. I don't know who these knights are, but there are people suffering out there. Then, of course, we have to help. It's what we came here to do, isn't it? Crow on her shoulder croaks resolutely, supporting her words. What? This question has no scientific significance. What's interesting is how the water in the river poisoned by the world wound will affect the body. With your permission, I'd like to examine him or his corpse in a few days. Well, I mean, they seem like evil dudes, and I am all about evil dudes. Like, lawful evil dudes. So let's go save them. Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here. The knight points at the location on the map. The situation is critical. Please, send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I will go ahead and meet you there. Okay. Oh, she's dead. Um, how do I pull her back? Damn. And I don't know how long ago this was. I think it's kind of dumb that, like, they can't heal themselves when you're away. Wrath of the Righteous. Hmm. Hold on. I wonder if I can use that scale. Do we still have it? No, I think we used it. Crap. Yeah, she apparently died from whatever disease she couldn't roll out of. Because I figured since she wasn't in the party, it wasn't a big deal to leave her behind. But apparently she died from it. Which kind of sucks. Because I don't have, like, anything to res her with. And I don't know how far back it was that she died. That must have been, like, that one time we were in the camp. I heard, like, the cry out. That was probably her. Well, that's the thing, is, like, how would I... That's one of the things that, like, I thought was dumb. Is because she wasn't in the party, I couldn't cast, like, restoration spells on her, right? So, like, the fact that she can still take damage, although I can't cure her, is kind of dumb. Right. But the thing is like, I could still resurrect her at some point. I just have to find a scroll to do so. I think. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, like I couldn't heal her, but she can still die. Yeah, I mean, if we find a scroll, that's not a problem. I have someone who can do that. Nani could do it. Yep. I just need a scroll to do it. Because apparently I used that other res that I had. Oh, that is so annoying. And like I don't like this part of the chapter where um I don't have access to a healer
Beautiful.
that has scrolls right now. Yeah, I don't like they're not high enough level to res either. Oh my god. Okay. Kind of risk crusader. Hey little one. They say you can do magic. An old silver-haired fighter sizes up Ember up. Skeptical, apparently baffled to find such a young girl in the middle of the war. He's cradling his wounded arm, which has been hastily bandaged. Can you heal me? Of course. Ember whispers a spell and touches the bloody bandages. Thank you. Thank you so... That's so much better. The soldier rips off blood-caked rags and strokes the healthy skin underneath them. How old are you? You're only a child. I have a granddaughter at home, just like you. Oh, little girl, how did you end up here? What are you doing here in the thick of it with us? I'm just like you. I came to the thick, and so that the thick wouldn't come to the other kids, like your granddaughter. Well, I'll be. So little, and yet more courage than some officers. The old man runs his rough hands over his hair, and he smiles at him again. And she smiles at him again. The crow on her shoulder rubs its head on his hand like a cat. Talking to you takes a load off my mind. I reckon it's not just my arm you healed. Soldier leaves, shaking his head pensively. Ember waves happily, then turns around and notices you. Do they often come to you for help? Actually, I want to do evil. Shouldn't waste time on a simple soldier. Oh no. We spend too much time on demons. We don't have any time left for the people. But you... No, it's surprising. So many soldiers come to me. They say I bring them comfort, that I give them strength. But I don't do anything like that at all. I only talk to them nicely. I'm just a feather-brained little girl. What if something I say is wrong? Maybe I should keep quiet. But I can't tell my words make them feel better. Or I can tell my words make them feel better. I guess I'm confused. Don't second guess yourself. You're helping all of us. Soldiers are companions in me. Think so? Which is really weird after I said something evil, but whatever. You think so? I think I'm just wandering around saying silly things. She taps a scarred finger on her cheek and then breaks into a smile. All right. Must be true if you say so. Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
There she is. Dead. And I really wish I could buy scrolls. Alright, let me grab... Just get rid of these for now.
Here we go.
Like, how do I res her in this act?
I can handle it.
What was Elf talking to you about? Wait, it's good to see you. What can I do for you? Would you like to renew your forces with excellent fighters? She didn't introduce herself, but she was greatly interested in the volunteers that joined the army. She thought I might know the elf she was looking for from my mercenary contacts, but I couldn't tell you any more than that. She never shared a name. I have to go. Good luck. Watch your back. Wait. Oh. I don't think... No. Maybe,
Fearing the
like...
demons wait.
I didn't see one in any of the huts. I could have missed it, though. Well, there's the field medic. Yeah, I didn't notice. Okay, so Sale's painting cleric and his young acolyte. He skillfully conveys the contrast between wise maturity and the fervent youth, while also expressing the deep faith that unite the pair. So Sale notices you and lowers his brush. Commander, good afternoon. Tell me about yourself. To be honest, I don't know. I don't have much to tell. I've done a lot. I've done little with my life until I met you. But if you want to know anything, just ask. Um, Hold on. We will be back to talk to you in a second. Ah, he has scrolls. Okay. Well met, Commander. You've caused quite a stir. Everyone through Canterbury was done for, but the gods had other plans. That was quite blaze over at the Great Garrison. All the vermin are running with the tails between their legs. Okay, show me what scrolls you have, because I didn't know you were here. Um, you have a lot of scrolls too. Okay, well we need this. Okay, so I think... Okay, so shit. It's expensive. Ooh, this is a really good ring. Alright, well I'll have to come back when I have money again. Yeah, what's up, KF Dragon? She died. So I've got to figure out how to bring her back. She died in the camp too, which is the worst. So we need the diamonds for when someone has resurrection, but we don't have anyone with resurrection yet. Alright. Let's recoup some of these costs. She had a disease. I thought she was going to shake it off, but she didn't shake it off. And I didn't think it was going to tick on her while she wasn't in the party, but it did. And now it's going to cost me a pretty penny to get her back. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Where did that expensive ass scroll go? Oh, so frustrating. What a huge money drain. Stone Day, I saw the spell. The scroll of frigid touch. Breakable heart. Why am I not seeing it? Yeah, I have someone to cast it on her. It's not a problem. There we go. Okay, she's fine. Nothing to see here. Just a 12k dump of money. You just need someone in the party to cast it. That's all. Um. Also, you. Oh my god, we need one more restoration scroll. And we need to come back and get that ring. That trickery ring. Okay, these aren't expensive. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Like how she's all bloodied for some reason. Okay. She's supposed to be at full health, though. Sweet. Oh my god, that has been bothering me for so long. For so long, that has been bothering me. Okay. Let's have a conversation with these guys in here. Horn Autumn Haze. The elf before you casually rests his bandaged arm on the weapon on the side. His bow... He bows his head with dignity. I congratulate you on your new rank, Commander. My aunt demands that I travel with your army. Naturally, I wouldn't burden your forces with the need to care for an outsider. I've provided myself with all the necessities. No. No, I'm definitely an evil cleric. I'm a lawful evil cleric. I use holy spells, but do terrible things. And I'm mostly nice to people, but then when you get to know my character, you find out he's pretty evil. Like, I will do anything to win. Anything. And use anybody to win. True lawfully evil character. I follow the law as long as it benefits me. Also, too, I just wanted like a dude with buffs sitting on the second line with a huge sword. Yep. So like, it's just like a second line cleric. So I usually cast Giant on him and use that to just like Giant and Cleave to kind of swing at enemies. And then there's some later cleric spells that will make it even more nasty, if I remember correctly. I can't remember the names of them, actually, honestly, right now. But it's a lot of like those divine buffs. Alright, so my hunt demands... Yep. Alright. I met the other elves that looked just like Kilissa. Gloom shadow crosses over his face. He remains silent for a while. Then he says reluctantly, a few years ago, a sect of demon worshippers were uncovered in Kyonin. They were followed by Discari, who had been brought together by his priestess, Anamura. Naturally, as soon as the truth was revealed, a hunt for these evil zealots was called. They were all marked with the same brand of darkness as their leader, the wicked Kalisa, the sect who was soon destroyed, but some of the cultists managed to escape. I pursued them in order to eradicate their evil, root and branches. Sighing heavily, his lips curl in an expression of bitterness. It is great shame that the children of the noble nation have besmirched themselves with the taint, and I would be grateful if this confession were kept to us. I'd like to know more about you. I wouldn't hold anything back, not who I am, why I made my way here, or who it is that I am pursuing. Tell me about yourself. Other people tend to believe that identity is the sum of a person's actions and the events that happen to them. For them, I am one of the long lines of warriors, Kyonin, who since his youth has dedicated himself to hunting evil and injustice. For them, I am a successful and capable huntsman who has tracked down and slain a great many monsters. But I am an elf, and for me, my identity has a different meaning. It is shaped by the place where I was born, and that I loved so deeply. I'm shaped by what I find beautiful and what makes my heart quicken, by the fears that come to me in the dead of night, by the things I find so intolerable that at the sight of them, my very core darkens and fills with poison. Thus, to tell you who I am, I would require many days and much candor, which is more than you and I have at our disposal. Why did you choose to be a hunter of evil? Because I am the son of a noble and a proud nation. We are sometimes criticized for our arrogance, but no one dares doubt our honor. When a crime is committed, we cannot turn a blind eye. If we were to abandon our obligations to oppose evil, if we were to surrender this obligation to other races, we would also relinquish our permanence. Yeah. If you want to talk about like your characters, I'm always down to hear like other people's party comps. I might not follow like someone's comp, but like helps me think about things, right? Like viability. So if like someone comes in here and they talk about like, you know, people that they were working together, it's always fun to think about like, I wonder if that could fit in my party or like how that would fit in the way I'm running things. Plus, I just like to discuss this game. I think it's fun. Remind me, who is the query that brought you to Mendev? I was hunting a fugitive, Descarate by the name of Kalesa. It pains me to admit that there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. Refresh my memory about Kalesa. That miscreant, unfortunately, is of the elven race. In the blessed shade of Kionin, she swore herself to the faith of Descari and set out on her criminal path in his name. Darkness rewarded her with a great power and repulsive disfigurement, so she could no longer hide her sins. Kalesa fled here to be closer to her master, and I followed her. No more questions. I have to go. Good fortune to you. Tell me about yourself. Okay. Where are you from? From Andoran. I grew up on the outskirts of Carpendon, a large city, rich city, surrounded by gardens and vineyards. Just imagine, miles and miles of greenery and fragrant orchards. Cecile inhales with pleasure as if he could still sense the aromas of his faraway homeland. My family had a small winery. I worked there from a young age. I pressed juice, did a little carpentry, painted, and one day I discovered I could do more with paint than simply cover the walls with it. There was a temple of Shaylin nearby. My brother and I would often spend our days there, listening to music and enjoying the stained glass windows. As a boy, my brother decided to devote himself to serving the Eternal Rose. Our parents hoped that at least I would remain to run the family business, but he makes an apologetic gesture and flashes a disarming smile. It can't be helped. The goddess called me too. If it's all right. I have plenty of cousins, second cousins, and other relatives. When this war is over, I'll go back there and see how they're doing. So you're an artist. It's too grand a word for it, but yes, I love to paint and I know how to. Of course, a crusade isn't the best place for art. What I managed to draw here is the best sketches. I hope when this war is over, I'll be able to turn them into real paintings. I don't want to insult him. Fascinating. May I see your sketch? There's nothing special in them, but if you're really interested... Sila hands you a folder filled with pencil sketches. You recognize the familiar fighters in some of the portraits. The cleric drew them with flattery just as they are, but beneath the features they seem boring and even ugly in life. So Sila's hand has found an inner beauty, power, and dignity. The tired faces of soldiers covered with wrinkles and scars resemble an army of angels. Their landscape in the folder as well. At first you don't understand what these blooming hills, shady groves, and shimmering springs seem to so familiar, but you have passed by these places as you travel around the world moon. Though you saw them darkened and maimed by demonic influences, Social Pencil has restored them to their former beauty, which the demons stole from them, which the Crusaders are fighting to return. Alright, instead of working as a craftsman, you decided to serve a deity? An interesting turn of fate. Some clerics are proud of their tender hands, which have never touched anything heavier than a brush. There's nothing ugly about hard-earned calluses. Indeed, I should say that saving the world is easier with strong hands. I'm sorry these hands couldn't save the people who died in Kenabris. Alright, a couple more and then we'll continue on. How did you end up in Kenabris? I was hoping to find Trevor in the city, my brother. After my brother took his vow and was ordained as a paladin of Shaylin, he departed for the Crusades. He rode home often, but everything he saw, his battles, the people he helped from his letter, I learned that he had joined the Eagle's Watch in Kenabris. But soon his letters became infrequent, and they stopped altogether. We feared news of his death, but his silence was our only answer. Not a word from him, or from his command, or his brothers in arms. Nothing. In the end, I couldn't wait any longer, and I came here myself to find Trevor if he's still alive, or his grave if he should have perished. But my brother seems to have vanished. I've tried to ask the other paladins about, but they refuse to talk to me. And it's very much like they're trying to avoid the need to lie. I sent an official request to their orders command. Still, I wait in vain for an answer. I joined the church of Shaylin, hoping to find out the truth one day, but the city was attacked by demons. You show commendable persistence. In the face of such trouble, most would give up and search and leave. Yes, persistence. You know, I got that from my brother. Trevor never gave up. If he had to wait, he waited. If he had to use force, he did. When he fell, he always got up. And he got me up too, though I was so much weaker than him. I could never betray everything he taught me. Yeah, one more. How did you end up in the court of Queen Galfrey? When the city was attacked by demons, there was a hospital in our church. Every one of us was prepared to fight to the last to cover the evacuation, but our mother's superior wouldn't let me join the fight. She sent me for help, and everyone who stayed was killed. Why did she choose me? Maybe it was because I was new, the youngest and least experienced of the clerics, and I wouldn't be much help in battle. Or maybe she was giving me a chance to survive while the rest of them bravely died. Shillen be my witness, I did not ask for this. I would be honored to lay my own head next to theirs. I ran to the closest Mandevian garrison. I don't know by what miracle I got there. There were demons all around and everything was on fire. I remember my horse was killed right under me while I fought off some shrieking monsters. But when I came to, I woke among friends. My first thought was that it must be a dream. In my delirium, Queen Galfrey herself was dressing my wound, but it was true. It was the queen herself, attending to lowly warrior. That's how I ended up in her army. I marched with them back to Canterbury, to the ruins. Alright, cool. We'll talk about stuff some other time. Well, actually, tell me about your brother. Trevor, he's always been my hero ever since we were children. I was a coward, always telling petty lies, always running away from danger. Trevor always ran toward it. He had a saying, an army stands until peace comes, a lie stands until the truth comes out. He never lied, never let injustice pass, never. The cleric's voice trembles and breaks, and he shakes his head. He was 8 when he said he was going to be a paladin, and he always went towards the goal, day after day, never looking back. I remember the day he went off to fight. I thought, this is it. The wars finally end. Trevor will defeat all demons and close the world wound, but Sale gestures helplessly. Alright, thanks for talking to me. My pleasure. Awful good. Because you can spawn slayer. Okay. Dip into scaled fist and thug. Bite and pounce attack. Okay. So is it like just... Is it kind of like a monk where it uses like natural weapons? Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen how a Katsuni spawns player fights.
Beautiful.
That's kind of like a new class for me. Okay, interesting. But then it has bite. Does that mean it also, like, it's a character with claws? You can spec it in claws? Oh, I have to go. Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
You're alive again. Greetings. Let me see. What do you think of the powers you received from me? People of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I received from you are useful, but I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. Your speech tells me from noble birth. You're most insightful. A fine quality to have. Camelia's laughter ends and unspoken words hangs in silence. Still, I believe that being a noble birth does not give anyone the right to look down on others. That's so. Well, thank you for sharing that. I don't know why I said that. I should have read the other options. That was a terrible option that I had. Oh, man. Dang it. Okay. I don't know why I chose that option. It was a stupid option. Of course she can talk down to people.
Here we go.
I'll have to correct that later. Okay, nope, just bite? Okay. Interesting. Okay, we've already talked to you a million times. I think. Yep. Just making sure that I'm not missing too much dialogue with my party. Two-weapon fighting? Interesting. Okay. So kind of like thief-like options. Alright, I'm keeping this because as soon as I can use it, I'm using it. We need to... Is this heavy or light crossbow? That's a light crossbow. This one is a heavy crossbow. You're using light as well. Does anyone use a heavy crossbow besides me? No, I don't even use a light crossbow. You do. Hmm. Actually, gonna give it to you. Wait. It's gonna make her heavy. You already have enough. You don't need it. Hmm. Just in case I need a ranged option. Okay. Let's rest, because everyone's fatigued.
So, how have you described paladins in this encyclopedia of yours,
Interesting.
Nenyo?
But there's
I
like so
bet it's
many...
something like bull-headed and
Well, that's a
boring
pinch.
warriors fixated on the principles of goodness and fairness. That's how the world sees us, right?
My definition is something like noble warriors, defenders of the dejected and the downtrodden, who display an aversion to evil in all its manifestations. But your version is also good. I'll add it in.
The interesting thing is, though, like, with natural weapons, there are so many early, like, buffs to it that I found in the game that it would be interesting to have a character with natural weapons being your main thing. Do I want to bring him with? Yeah, let's just do this real quick. Trying to think. So this tells me that I didn't search well enough here. Or I should have gone this way. Nope. Okay. Whoops. Waste 9 hours. Okay. Nice. Okay. That's a smart idea. I would like to, like, play around with those classes. See if I can get one with claws. Alright, hold on. Can recruit. Clerics. Shall recruit. Recruit everything. Okay. Okay, so you guys... Hold on. I don't want him to go to the demon army accidentally. Okay, cool. You guys do this. Actually... Stop here. You guys go... Wait, hold on. Before we do this... I want to see if I can kind of cheat the system a little bit. No. Alright. Why can't he see the army he's on top of? You know what? Now that I have clerics, there might be too many units for my commander. I just thought of this. Because he has... Master Maneuver. Increases the maximum size of the army by 1 unit. So he can have 1 more unit. So I'm probably even going to get rid of the Rangers. For now. And have clerics... my archers, and those other guys.